Good morning, students. So far we have studied about the vector quantities associated with the charge, source charge. Now here today we have to study the scalar quantities which are associated with the source charge. Suppose some source charge is there, then what will be the quantity associated with it at a point which has a scalar nature, and that what we call as electric potential. So this is included in chapter 2 of NCERT book. And now suppose we have a charge Q here. So this charge, source charge, will generate a electric field, and the value of the electric field E will be having different values at different points, because it is a vector quantity. So this E will be different at different locations, and the direction is along this sense. Similarly, some quantity must be associated with this source charge at a point here, which will give the effectiveness of the electric field in terms of scalar quantity, and this quantity is what we call as electric potential, and that is indirectly related with the energy concept. Suppose I say at this point the energy of a source charge is 20 joule. Suppose I say at a particular point the energy of a charge is 20 joule, and suppose at a particular point over here the energy is 30 joule, suppose, then we can say that the potential associated with this point, particular point, will be 20 volt, and the potential associated with this point is 30 volt. So this quantity gives the effectiveness of the source charge in the region. Okay, so that is the value. Now here we have to find out the electric potential due to a single charge Q at a point P. So here is the source charge Q, this is the point of observation P, and we have to find out the electric potential at this point P due to this source charge. And now by definition of the potential at this point is simply the amount of work done in carrying a unit positive charge from infinity to that point. Suppose I take a unit positive charge, test charge, from infinity to this particular point, then we have to do some work, and that work by definition is known as electric potential at this particular point P, which is at a distance R. So this is the definition of the electric potential. Now we have to calculate the work done in taking unit positive charge, so that work done will directly give the value of the electric potential. Now for that, these are the parameters over here. Q, that is the source charge. R, distance of the point P from the source charge. Now for that, in order to calculate the work done in taking unit positive test charge from infinity to that point, I take a point A in between, which is at a distance x from here. And 1 coulomb charge is placed at this point. Okay. Now the electric field intensity, here the value of the electric field intensity E will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by x square, where Q is the source charge and x is the distance. So the direction of the electric field intensity will be in this sense. And now force on the unit positive charge. I have to calculate force first, then work done. So the force per unit, force on the unit positive charge F is the force, suppose, because we know that this electric field E is equal to F by Q. Electric field intensity is defined as the force per unit charge. So when Q is equal to 1 coulomb, test charge is having 1 coulomb value, so it is 1. So electric field intensity is equal to the force itself. Now the force on the unit positive charge at this point will be the value of E itself. So now that is the value of force, which is equal to electric field intensity E at this point. So the value of force is this. Now we have to find out the small amount of work done in displacing this test charge by a small distance dx. So now dw is equal to f dot dx. Now expand this, f dx cos of 180 degree, because the angle between force and the displacement is 180 degree. So we have to put the value, theta is 180 degree and the value of cos 180 is minus 1. So the value of small amount of work done dw will be minus E into dx. So this is the small amount of work done in displacing a unit positive charge from A to B. Okay. Now we have to calculate the total amount of work done in displacing or in bringing the unit positive charge from infinity to a point P, whose position coordinate with respect to this Q is R. So we have to integrate this expression within the proper limits. So now dw has to be integrated within the proper limit. So w is equal to, from infinity to R, minus E into R. So now putting the values, put the value of E over here, minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by x square into dx. Now again 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, and this Q is a constant, so that will come out of the integral. So that is equal to minus Q 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught integration from infinity to R x to the power minus 2 into dx. So the integration of this x to the power minus 2 dx will be 1 by x with minus sign using the standard formula. So the value will be w is equal to minus q by 4 pi epsilon naught minus 1 by x, and the limit will go from infinity to R. So this is the total amount of work done. Now using the standard formula or standard procedure, we have to put upper limit first minus lower limit. So W will be Q over 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by, this minus sign will come out, it will make this plus, so it will be 1 by R minus 1 by infinity. So now 1 by something over infinity is equal to 0, so this factor will be 0. So now total amount of work done will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. So we have calculated the total amount of work done in taking the unit positive charge from infinity to this point. And now by definition, this is just equal to the potential V at this point. So now the value of the potential at this point P will be equal to W, and that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. So this is the potential at a point P due to a point charge, source charge Q. So now from here we can see that if R is equal to infinity, the potential will be equal to 0. When R is equal to infinity, something over infinity will be 0. So the potential is considered to be 0 at infinite distance. So potential at the infinity is taken to be 0. So that is the value of potential at infinity. Now, as we know, the electric field intensity is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. This is the value of the electric field intensity, and this is the value of the potential at a distance R. So now we have to draw the graphs E and V with respect to R. So here electric field is having inverse square law variation, and here V is inversely proportional to R 1 power. So the graph of E will be like this, sharp fall, and this graph V will be having slightly less slope here. So that is the variation of E and V taken together with respect to R, where R is the distance from the source charge. And now suppose I take V versus 1 by R. V is the potential, and I take 1 by R here. So naturally in that case V will be directly proportional to 1 by R is taken as a quantity. So the variation will be direct one. So the graph will be like this for a charge having value, positive value. Q is here more than 0. Similarly, if negative charge is there, so the graph will be in this sense. So it is the derivation for the single charge. Now we have to find the electric potential difference between the 2 points. Suppose I take point B over here, and here is a point A. Now suppose I take Q charge. In this case I have taken unit positive test charge. Suppose I take Q charge from here to here. So work done is suppose B to A. Now I am taking this Q charge from B to A, and by definition of potential, work done divided by charge itself, that is just equal to the potential difference between these 2 points. So WBA divided by Q, that will be equal to the potential difference between these 2 points B and A, because Q charge is being brought from B to A. So that will be written as VA minus VB, where VA is the potential at point A and VB is the potential at point B. Okay, so that is the potential difference between these 2 points. That is simply equal to W B to A divided by charge itself. Suppose it is test charge, unit positive test charge, so value will be equal to 1. Then work done itself is equal to the potential difference. Now suppose E is the electric field here at this particular point, now the force F is equal to Q into E. Suppose I am taking Q charge over here, so Q into E. Now a small amount of work done, dW is equal to force into dr, displacement from here to here. So that is F dr cos of 180 degree, because force is acting in this direction and the charge Q charge is being brought from here to here. So the angle between these two is 180 degree. So putting the values over here, so small amount of work done is equal to minus F is equal to Q into E into dr. So dW by Q, take Q here, is equal to minus E dr. And now what is this? This quantity. This quantity work done divided by the charge is just equal to the potential difference between these 2 points. So that is taken as dV, suppose here. So dV is equal to minus E into dr. And finally we can write dV by dr is equal to minus of E, or E is equal to minus dV by dr. So it is a important relation between E and V. Okay. Now the SI unit of potential is the volt. Suppose SI unit. So basically V is equal to W by Q. So here 1 volt is equal to 1 joule by 1 coulomb. When 1 joule work is done in taking 1 coulomb of charge from infinity to any point, then potential at that point is said to be 1 volt. So that is the SI unit of potential. And now we can also find the dimensional formula of the potential. So dimensional formula we can also find out the dimensional formula of the potential V. So now V is equal to W by Q. W, that is the work done, force into displacement divided by Q. So V is equal to dimensional formula of the force, that is M L T minus 2 into, that is displacement, that will be L and Q, because we know I is equal to Q by T. So Q is equal to I into T. So A into T, where A stands for current and this T for time. So put here A into T. So finally the value will be M L2 T to the power minus 3 and A to the power minus 1. Okay. So this is the dimensional formula of the potential or potential difference. For that matter, it will be the same. So this is all about potential difference, and the potential due to a point charge, how it is derived, and the other different terms associated with this topic. Thank you.